Mark is in Shetland and a special guest has arrived.
Yes, we are very pleased to say that we're joined by Amma Asante of this parish. Of course, Amma has come up here to the Shetland Screenplay Film Festival to introduce Belle. You're just gearing up to going to the London Film Festival where you're opening the LFF with United Kingdom.
That's right.
Welcome to Shetland.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here. Yeah, it's an exciting time at the moment. Busy and exciting.
And you just had the LFF launch 2 days ago?
Yesterday morning we had the wonderful launch for the 60th, I believe. I can't believe it. Wow. But it was huge, and it unveiled what looks like a great programme of films. So it is. It's exciting, and I'm happy to be headlining.
And Simon, of course, is stuck down in London because we can never manage to drag him up to Shetland.
Got other things to do. All right, Emma.
We miss you, Simon.
Well, I was thinking of you actually just yesterday because I went to see Bridget Jones' Baby, and without giving anything away, there's a lot of Kenwood in there, which is the bit in North London where you did a lot of filming for. In fact, where it's set, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Belle is set.
Well, we sort of cheated a bit, to be honest, because Kenwood was being refurbished at the time, so we used 6 houses around London which were very similar, and we tied them together to make up our Kenwood house. But yes, Kenwood is where it was truly set, where the real events, the historical events, actually took place.
And we loved that film very much on this. I mean, not as much as you loved it, obviously.
No, but I love you for loving it, let me tell you.
We talked about it absolutely loads, and you came on the show with Tom Wilkinson and so on, and anyone who's been on social media recently will know. I think it's turned up on. It's now on Netflix, isn't it?
It is.
And so all of it's found a whole new audience. Either people watching it a second time, or people who'd never seen it the first time, and are now realising what an extraordinary story you managed to get hold of.
Oh, it's such a blessing as well. It keeps renewing itself. Every time I come across another set of people that have seen it, I kind of re-see it again through their eyes, and there's something just really gratifying and satisfying about that.
Well, the lovely thing about tonight is that we're going to show it on the big screen, and I think it is great that people are seeing it through Netflix and through the small screen, but it is a film that needs to be seen projected as well, but not least because it's designed so well. I mean, the art direction of that film is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think you've re-teamed with your art director for United Kingdom.
Yeah,
is that right?
So Simon Bowles did a wonderful job in production designing that film. We got together again, went off to Botswana together for a United Kingdom, which is set both in Botswana and the UK. So we got to create 1940s London and 1940s Botswana, which was fabulous, and it's lush and gorgeous once again.
Well, when you were doing the Well Done You judging for us, you were in the middle of shooting the film, in fact. When we had been recceing out there in Botswana. I was gearing up for how hot it was going to be and what it was going to be like, but of course you can't prepare for it. I had no idea. So at the time that I came and met you guys and sat and chatted with you again, I was sort of thinking, well, I hope it happens, but at the stage we were at, anything could have happened. Films often do collapse at that stage. So I'd sort of got a taste of it and was keeping my fingers crossed that we made it happen.
Well.
We organised it.
You did? It was your luck.
It was us. In fact, it was Simon that did it.
We should have some kind of credit in there somehow.
I think you might have, to be honest.
And for everyone who can't be at your introduction of Belle tonight,
yes,
but they might just be planning to watching it because they're going to stream it into their house, which they should. What's the kind of thing you will be saying tonight, just so that we can have our own kind of private introduction? What's the sort of stuff you'll be talking about?
Well, for me, it's a really interesting story that is very specifically about a young woman who's living in a family that love her, but where she can't really find a sort of reflection of herself because she's adopted. And for me, although it's very specifically Belle's story, it's a universal story of a young woman kind of trying to find her identity and her place in life. It's set in the 18th century. I was told by absolutely everybody it was only going to be a woman's film, only to find that lots and lots and lots of men love it. So it's a film for everybody, really. And that doesn't mean it's sort of wishy-washy and generic. It's very specific, but it does have a unique quality that speaks to universal values as well.
Okay, and when do we all get to see, when does United Kingdom have a release? When can we then talk about, when can we review that? When can we talk about it?
Well, London Film Festival, it will open the London Film Festival on October the 5th.
And that's a really big deal, isn't it? Opening the LFF is a really big deal.
That's a really huge deal. I did a speech for the press launch yesterday and had to hold back the tears slightly as I talked about it. But then it will be in cinemas from the 25th of November. You will be able to see it in the UK from the 25th.
And just explain why it's a big deal.
It's a big deal for lots of reasons, really. I had my first film world premiere there 12 years ago. I describe it as sort of originally, before I made films, sort of standing outside looking into a world that I wished I could be part of. Having my first film there felt like a door had been opened and I could just sort of step in and look inside, and I felt like Baby in Dirty Dancing, going into that that underground dance world and looking in from the sidelines and thinking, wow. And the best way to describe it now is I feel like I can finally say I'm sort of at the centre of that world, and I'm looking around and I'm still in just as much awe, but I'm very much a part of it now. And so it's my hometown. It's a city that I love. It's the premiere festival. I get to be able to unveil the film in London first and foremost, in the UK, and that's very exciting. And not that many women have opened the festival. I think I might be the first person of Afro-Caribbean descent to be opening the festival, so that's a sort of first as well. And it just shows how far we've come and that we are turning a corner.